Man, there really is something to this daily squatting business. I did front squats today, as you can see. My first set, just getting a couple reps with the bar here. But I increased my 1 rep max with a pause here by 15 pounds over what I did at this time last week. And so there's definitely something to this. And the general idea, so I'm following a program from one of Travis Mash's books, his Squat Everyday book. And it's a general template that he provides, but and I've modified it somewhat to suit the equipment that I have available to me and some of the things that I'm less interested in working on. I've switched some exercises around to suit my goals a little better, but in general, most of the squatting stuff I've tried to keep pretty similar, just so I could see how it would work before I started messing around with it too much. And it's just been pretty nuts in terms of the progress that I've made just over a week. I don't want to get too hyped up about making gains over the course of a week, especially with a new program. And I generally don't do a ton of high intensity squatting anyway, so I think my high threshold motor units are primed for some, noob gains in that regard. So I can't say for sure that my experience here is going to be representative of everybody who attempts to do something like this, but it's been pretty shocking and has been very fun to show up every day and see what type of progress that to see if I've made progress, and then to, so far at least, see that I've made a lot of progress. So 15 pounds added to this lift today over last week. And the general idea, just to give you a broader picture, is that I'm, at least as far as the squats are concerned, I do a squat variation every day. Never the same one, so I've got 7 different squat variations that I'll take to a max each session. And the idea there is taken broadly from the West Side Barbell, Louis Simmons like conjugate system, which I think is just a good marketing term for making things different. You don't want to do the same lift all the time. So in a conjugate style of training, you would make little variations to the lift to prevent fully adapting to any one movement pattern or to any one type of lift, so that you can make continuous progress or more consistent progress without plateauing. So each day I'm doing a different squat variation, taking it to a max. So it's high intensity, high frequency, meaning heavy weight, doing it often, but low volume. So in any given day, I'm doing, I don't know, less than 20 reps of squats. And the first week was a little different. I had to figure out what weight I needed to be using. And so I did a bunch of extra reps, just going up in small increments there. But the last couple of days I've done far fewer reps as I build up to the max, since I now have an idea of where that is. I didn't need to do so much hunting for it. So anyway, doing a different squat variation, and then at the end of the 7 days you will repeat those variations, try to build on what you've done before. Sometimes you'll adjust the number of reps in down sets, or there are some other changes along the way that'll happen, but in general it's like a retest kind of thing on the second week. But yeah, pretty magical so far. I don't know that this would be as beneficial to somebody who doesn't have a few years of regular lifting under their belts. Dude, these front squats, now that I'm watching this video, I struggle so much with my left arm. You can see it takes me a while to get myself out from under there. Ugh, dude, that left arm does not like being pinned in that position. It feels fine when I'm in it. It's just getting out of it it's just a nightmare. I don't know exactly what's going on. But my right arm feels nothing. Let's see what this is my heaviest one here. This is 255. Yeah, good job, me. Nice work. Is that 255? Yeah, or 250. Ah, shoot. You can see my arm's just kind of hanging there. It's not feeling good. So anyway, finished up my squats, got to that max set. Then I'll do some bench work, kind of taking a similar approach with the bench. Some days doing higher intensity and then mixing in some high volume work here uh, to protect the tendons and joints, get some blood flowing throughout, and get a little bit of hypertrophy work in. I really struggle with bench press. This is something that I would love to improve. I've had some nerve damage on my right side, so my right pec barely works. My right tricep barely works. 2/3 of it was completely paralyzed for the better part of a year and a half. Same thing with my pec and a bunch of stuff in my right lat, or the right. I'm sorry, in the right part of my back. My right lat didn't work. I couldn't do pull-ups. I couldn't do push-ups. I was training by kind of leaning up against the wall and pressing myself away from it, and I did that for a long time, just slowly building up strength until the nerves started to regenerate over time. So some of this high rep work and some of the high intensity chest work, I'm really hoping that I can see some similar improvements there, but it's been progressing slower than the squat, but I have been making improvements there as well, so that's been nice. These are called Z presses, Zadrunas presses, and the main focus here is not so much the shoulder work, but the low back and stabilizing yourself. You want to be completely upright. You don't want to lean back. There's a lot of pressure to lean back in this position. It's very difficult to sit upright. So we stopped doing that, moved directly into some wide pull-ups, no rest. I think I knock out 8 of these. I'm pretty tired at this point. Get a little more body English than I would generally like to see here, but overall feel pretty good about it. I think I did 866. Again, much like with the pressing stuff, this is a much greater struggle for me than it once was. My lat, on the right side, just doesn't pull with the same intensity that the left side does. So again, hoping to see some improvements there. I'll add weight to that this coming week. So anyway, another week, another day down, some more squat improvements. Here, we've looped back to the beginning again. Look at that. Damn, look at that ass. All right. Catch you next time.